Hey everyone. Alright, so today I have some brand new blinds. This is the Home Decorators collection. Get these from Home Depot. So what I need to do is, these are 23 wide by 40 inch high, 48 inches high. Well, it's 23 inches wide. I don't need 23 inches wide. I need 18 inches wide. So there's a custom cut range. Usually they do this stuff in the store for you. You go there in the store, you say, hey, I need 18 inches, and then they just go ahead and they cut it for you. But I really don't trust the guys at the store. The last time I had one of these things cut by the guy in the store, they really chomped it, and at the end it was all frayed out, and I'm like, what the, get home, I really didn't realize until I got home, I was like, what the heck is this? So I've been cutting mine myself for now on. So the custom cut range is from 16 to 22 inches, right? I'm going to cut mine 18 inches. I'm going to show you how I do that. Okay, here's the blind out of the packaging, and you want to leave the shrink wrapping on. This way it holds it all together when you're doing the cut. Store associate cut only. Yeah, about that. Okay, here we go. This is what we need to remember. So the max cutting here is 3 inches. It's 3 inches on both sides. Measuring this, see if I can measure this with one hand. Measuring this is 22 5/8. So we need to do 18 inches. So therefore the max cut's there. I can't cut 18 inches in one shot. I'm going to need to cut 2 inches off down there and another 3 inches off down here, or vice versa. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to cut 2 inches over here, 8, and make my mark. Really? I'm going to make my mark over here. Make my mark at 2 inches. In fact, you know what I could do? I can use my T-square, because that's right here. And that's easy enough. So, make my 2 inches and make my mark. Really? Can you see that? Yeah. Okay. Now, once you can make your mark, now you're going to want to set up your saw. I have a fence spacer. This is a 12-inch miter saw, so it usually has a 12-inch blade on it. I put a 10-inch blade on it because that's what I had. CMT tools, orange tools, really cool blade. And this does plastic only. So plexiglass, plastic, chipboard, plywood, laminate, non-ferrous, not recommended. So you need a metal cutting blade for ferrous stuff. Okay, so we got the plastic cutting blade on a 12-inch miter saw, DeWalt miter saw. And that's what I did. So now when you make your cut, I'll show you, when you make your cut and you're coming down, 12 inches is going to reach the back end of the fence over there. 10 inches, it won't even come near cutting flush with the fence. So this is why we need a fence spacer, because you see us here, that doesn't go all the way through. And obviously if you put your work, meaning my blind, up against the fence entirely and then go to cut, it's not going to cut all the way through the blind, and that would be bad. So we put a fence spacer. This is a piece of HDPE, high density polyethylene. We'll put this up against here, line this up. Okay. My mark is here at the 2 inches mark, at the 2 inch mark. And then we're going to set this up. Where am I? I'm going to set this up and cut it. And I'm going to set this up. Alright, got your safety glasses. Put your safety glasses on. Everything's all clear. Clear the workspace. Okay, this is all flushing up against the fence. I'm going to cut my 2 inches off. 2 inches off. I'm going to make sure I got my 2 inches exactly, because I don't need any outer tolerances. I'm trying to get this as close as possible so my blinds fit perfectly in the windows upstairs. Making sure my line is exactly to the right of the edge of the cutting blade. Okay, now making sure my blind is square with the fence, and it is not. Why is my blade not cut square at the fence? Ah, because these things are in the way. Great. I'm going to need to flip this over and to retake my 2-inch measurement, because there's nothing here. Okay, well, you know what? Measure twice, cut once. Right? Right. This should really have a marker. Oh, that worked out well. So measure the 2 inches there. Now I'm flush up against the fence. And now I'm not, because now I got this stupid thing. Really? Okay, back around the other way. Try this again. Mark my 2 inches. Oh boy. Really? Alright. It is what it is. Okay, am I flush up against the fence? I'm flush up against the fence rail spacer. Okay. Come down. Measure with the right of the blade. Just perfectly. Okay, here we go. 10-inch blade on a 12-inch miter saw. Plastic cutting blade cutting a cellular blind. Ready? Let's go. Smells like plastic. And here we go. Here's the scrap piece, and it's really smooth and nice in there. So now if you break this apart, you'll see that this is a scrap piece. This is the 2 inches that I cut off. See all the stuff falling out of it? And there's your blind. So it cuts really nice. It's really flush. Yeah, it makes a mess. I think in the store, they don't even use a blade in the store. They use, there's the other end. They just got done cutting. In the store, they use a blade or something. It's like a guillotine. They just sort of just whoosh, cut it with a X-Acto blade that's in this mechanism. Cuts by pressure. I'm like, yeah, no. I'm looking for my tape measure, and of course I can't find it because it's probably right in front of me, which it is. Alright, so now I want to measure exactly 18 inches. And my 18 inches is right here with the 3 inches, right where the 3-inch mark is, or the 3-inch cut. So right on the hairy edge, which is fine because I'm already in the max cutting area. So 18 inches. So I'm going to mark out 18 inches and I'm going to cut that. Yeah. I'm going to mark out my 18 inches. I'm right there at the arrow. And I'm going to mark it out. And what's my problem here? Again, this handle pull. So I need to figure out what to do here. Or, you know what I could do? I could just do that. Problem solved. Alright. Fair enough. Remeasure. 18 exactly inches. Really gotta get a marker. 18 inches exactly. Alright, then I'm going to start cutting a little bit. Everything's good. Everything's copacetic. Measure exactly where the line is until the left part of the blade just so slightly touches it. And I'm good. Measuring, hold, slowly cut, go. Sweet. Alright. There it is. Exactly. Whoop. Exactly 18 inches. Oh yeah. I don't even know what the heck those things are for. If we actually need these things. I think they're just spacers to keep everything locked in there. Maybe I'll keep those that just go under there. Spacers. Alright, so I'm going to go upstairs and take this off. It's going to make a mess, but yeah. I think we're good to go with that. I have another one here. I had to do the same thing to this one. But now you guys know what I do when I need to cut blinds. This is what I do instead of cutting the blinds at the store. Because even though these are 18 inches, my window is really 18 and 3/16, and the covers to cover the holes are 1/16 apiece. So it'll be 16th here and a 16th here. So it's an added 1/8. So it's actually 18 inches and 1/8 when you measure the whole thing, and it fits perfectly in the windowsill, the window frame, and prevents this from, when they're really extended all the way out, it prevents it from rocking back and forth inside the window frame. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and so I do when I cut blinds.